How's it going, guys? SavoryKurt here, and I am bringing you kind of like my first vlog. And the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to talk Pokemon Go with you guys, because it's consumed my life so much, it's taken me away from my channel a little bit. I figure why not talk about my own experience with it. And let's get started here, and let's just start. I wrote down some topics I'm going to stick to, and you can see my little friends right here that I added in, and I got a Pikachu hat on. I just dropped my pen, and I haven't worn this outside of this room yet, but I do have a Team Valor shirt coming, so any of you Team Valor people, you'll probably see that in the future. But let's just start with the overall premise of the game, which is the Pokemon. Now, I feel like with the original, it is probably going to strike home to me the most, because I grew up, I'm a 90s kid, I was born in 1990. This is what was very popular when I was young. Pokemon came out when I was like 9 or 10 years old in elementary. Everyone was collecting them, everyone was trading cards. It was a really good time in my life, so that's why the nostalgic feeling that I get when I play this game really rings true to me. So I am pretty excited with just sticking with the original. I'm glad they didn't just throw a bunch all in at once. I'm glad they're bringing it in kind of in waves. But let's talk about some of the Pokemon. Let's talk about some of the strongest Pokemon. Now, if you guys have been playing frequently, you've noticed that first off, it changes upon your level. The higher level you get, the better Pokemon you get. Now, I'm sure you've seen Eevees, and you've heard all the tricks about how you can name your Eevee different names. It changes their evolution. I didn't know that at first. I actually started out by just evolving the first Eevee that I could. Didn't really even know what power level it was, but it was a Vaporeon when it came out, which is actually, turns out, the best Pokemon. It's one of the top 5, and it's kind of sad, actually, because you can get a Vaporeon, it's very, very good, and then you get a Jolteon, and it's very, very bad. And when a level, say, for instance, 500, Jolteon can't beat a level 300 Vaporeon, that's kind of a problem, because as you guys know, if you're avid Pokemon players, and even if you're not, Jolteon is super effective against Vaporeon because lightning does good against water. But it doesn't really matter because Vaporeon's so good, so that's kind of unfortunate. So Eevee is one of the strongest if you get Vaporeon. Now Flareon's not bad, he's kind of in the middle. But like I said, there is a glitch where if you name, I believe Vaporeon Rainer, Jolteon is, what is Jolteon? Do you know? Don't remember Jolteon, and Flareon is Ember, right?
Pyro.
Pyro, yeah, that's it. I can't remember what Jolteon's is, but it's Spark?
Sparky?
Sparky, thank you. My brother's over here listening. Savory brother. And so yeah, the Eevee is probably one of the most unique, probably one of the strongest as far as evolution goes. Now, have you guys seen Magikarp? Have you got the 400 candies yet? It took me about a week. I just got my Gyarados. I'm not that impressed. He is good. I feel like he needs buffed. Unfortunately, a lot of the Pokemon do, like Weedle, Caterpie, and they're all pretty weak. You can't seem to find a Metapod or Kakuna over a certain level. It just sucks because you want a cool Butterfree, you want a cool Beedrill, and it just doesn't happen. So, yeah, there are a lot of good Pokemon, though. It just depends. I know, not Slowbro, but all the Snorlaxes I've come across have been pretty solid. Just different ones like that. Tell me what you guys think of some of your strongest. Comment below. Now, some of the weakest I've already mentioned. Jolteon, terrible, crap, utter crap. I love Jolteon, he's just crap in the game. Weedle and Caterpie, they don't amount to squat. It's almost pointless to evolve them unless you're just looking for experience. Rattatas turn into Raticates. I get it, Raticate, he's not that good in the game, but come on. Can we get a Raticate that's over 700 just to stay, you know, I just feel like that would help out a lot. There are some weak Pokemon, they need to fix the balances and stuff. But let's move on to the next topic of the adventure aspect. Now, I'm sure you've seen the news, people are getting hit by cars, people are going illegally into the zoo. That's bad, but it has gotten me out in my community more. I've been downtown, I've been to the park. I've been to the park a lot, actually. Met other people. I think it's really neat that you can... I just like the feeling of, oh, I'm just walking down the street in my local neighborhood and a Charizard appears. That's really cool. I like that adventure side of it. The randomness really strikes home to me. Some of the things I wish they would do is I noticed me and my brother have been around the same level, and we keep getting the same identical power level in Pokemon. I don't really like that much. If you guys have ever played Diablo, I kind of like the randomness of power levels and items and in the Pokemon as well. It's cool when he outclasses me, and when I outclass him, it just makes it more random. But on the adventure aspect, it has got me to some new places. It's got me to appreciate some aspects of my town that I haven't really appreciated before. And it's fun. You make a lot of friends. Next topic is exercise. I have been exercising a hell of a lot more than I ever have. In fact, before Pokemon Go came out, I probably exercised on average once a month. I maybe went out on a good walk that often because I was usually just in here 6, 7, 8 hours a day, out with the wife or at work. And now I've gone out almost every single day. I don't remember. I think I've walked like 30, 40 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles over the course of the last week, which is pretty good for me. And I actually have been really enjoying it. I really need to get into shape anyway, so it's really helped me on that aspect. And I think it's fun. I love opening my eggs. I love, again, the random aspect of what can I get, what's awesome in this egg. So I must walk it out and get to it. So yeah, the exercise thing has been great. I think that's nothing but positive stuff. I'm really happy with the decisions they've made to get you out in the community and to exercise. Some tips I've learned, let's see here. Save your Stardust. Don't bother using it on lower end Pokemon. I kind of did some of that early on. You know, save your candies, evolve your Pokemon later on. Don't bother powering up a Pokemon then evolving it. That doesn't change anything. It actually does nothing. If you were to get a hypothetical 500, let's say Pidgey, and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to power him up all the way and then evolve him into Pidgeotto, yeah, it will increase the power level off the evolution, but he has no more training after that because you've used it all on Pidgey. It didn't change anything. The power still stays the same. Other tips that I could think of, like I said, with the EVs, if you want specific EVs out of your evolutions, there are those names, Rainer, Sparky, and Ember, right?
Pyro.
Pyro, thank you. I don't know why that one stuck for me. Other things, you know, you've seen them going around. You can move your egg on a ceiling fan if you want to tie your phone up there. If you want to put it on your dog, that also works. What other tips? Any tips that you can think of that you would add in? No, just have fun. You know, you can have fun with the gyms. Some other tips with battling. You can dodge, not that well. It doesn't really work that effectively. You can double team gyms, which is nice. It's just an overall good game. The future of the game, I've been reading a lot about it, and I'm really excited because they're adding in trading soon. They're adding in battling your friends, which is great because right now it's just battling the gyms. And unfortunately, if your gyms are like my gyms here, they change teams all the time, so it's not like you just have a consistent gym. I know they're talking about partnering with a bunch of places like in your local area, like Arby's, Subway, so that they can shift the gyms around to be more, I guess some gyms in my town, for instance, are in the middle of a bank line, and what are some other bad ones that you've noticed? Churches, when they're really busy, it's just kind of awkward to go into a church parking lot. They want to move it to more like centralized areas for people that are just having a good time, like restaurants or movie theaters or your local mall, stuff like that, where it's more fun to go and meet and greet with people. So yeah, I'm really excited for the future of moving stuff around, adding in your own Pokestops. I know they said in December they're adding the next expansion of Pokemon. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they fix most of the glitches in the future too before they really focus on anything else, because that should be priority one. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I just wanted to get some things off that I've been enjoying. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. That would be great. And oh, I forgot to mention my favorite Pokemon. Honestly, when I was growing up, this is just the original. I honestly don't know the newer ones as much as I should, even though I have played the later on Pokemon games. I know some of them, but not all of them. My favorite was always Ninetales. I always loved Ninetales, and it really shifted between him and Arcanine. I don't know why. Those were just my favorite. I'm a fire kind of dude, which is kind of the reason I chose Valor, because I've always loved the fire Pokemon. They've always been my favorite. So anyway, guys, what's your favorite as well? Go ahead and leave that in the comment. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you've enjoyed these kind of vlogs, let me know. I haven't really done this much. Sometimes we do challenges. I talk about different things during that. But this is kind of its own unique segment. And I'm curious if you want to see me do more. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And stay savory. How's it going, guys? SavoryKurt in the house, at home, from work. Happy to be here.